Hello and welcome to my messy office. And the reason for this, not the reason for the mess, but the reason why we're in my office is this. My bookshelf. More precisely, my bookshelf of unread books, because I have quite a few of them. And yes, that one has a bookmark, because I started but never finished. And these are put on the shelf alphabetical by author's last name because I am a librarian and organizer at heart. Not the librarian part at heart, but the organizing part, definitely. Some in English, some in Norwegian, some I bought on sale several years ago because I really wanted to read them. And I guess you could say this is the start, because these are the unread books that I have, and I have already decided which one I'm going to start with because I have not been reading a lot lately. So I decided to start with an author I've read books by before, Sophie Kinsella. This is called The Wedding Night. I haven't read it, obviously, which is why it's on this shelf. So, and I mean, I know her books are like sweet and cute and you know what you're getting. If you read one, you kind of know the gist of all of them, or at least a lot of them. But this is, and also I intend for this to be a reading vlog, but this is the little blurb. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. But yeah, this is the book that I intend to start off with on my reading vlog. And eventually I'm hoping to have read all the books. Let me do a slow little scan over all of them because I don't know whether this is a good idea or not. And some of the books are first books in a series, like this one and this one. This one, the other books in the series, I'm not sure if they're out. But this one is a series, this one is a series. I don't know about that. This is definitely a series. I mean, look at that. That was the first shelf. The second shelf. Because, as I said, after I've read this book, I will obviously continue. And yes, I've started that one too. Stopped in the middle. Don't ask why. I really don't know. But, as I said, the reason I'm showing you all of them, and yes, I bought all the 6 books of that one without reading any of them. But the goal is, God, stay on track, girl. I invite you to pick my next read. So, yeah. I have 3 shelves. These 3 with unread books. You've just seen them. So my next read, you might possibly get to pick. I hope this works. I'm gonna go start reading the book I've chosen. And as I said, the reason I'm starting with this is simple. I've read books by her before. They're nice and easy and very quick reads, so I'm giving myself an easy start to getting back into reading. I just finished the first 2 chapters, so I wouldn't really call it a spoiler alert, but shit's going down right away. I mean, it's very much a setup for the story. You have a woman named Lottie. Lottie? I don't know how to pronounce her name, but she is so sure that her boyfriend over several years is gonna ask her to marry her, so she's kind of started announcing that she's engaged before he's popped the question, because he said he had a big question to ask her, and it turns out not to be that question. It's a completely different question, not such a big question at all. So she freaks out, breaks up with him, because since he's not gonna marry her right away, she thinks, why not? Freaks out, and yeah, You can tell that she has like these rose-colored glasses on most of the time. And she lives in her own little fantasy world. So when he doesn't propose, her fantasy world crashes real bad. And then you have her sister. And her sister has seen Lotte crash so many times. And like, oh, okay, these are the things I can do, and these are the things I can't do. And yeah, it's setting up for one sister trying to take care of the other when the other just goes off the rails and do crazy, stupid things because her boyfriend broke up with her. In this case, though, she technically broke up with her boyfriend because he didn't propose when she wanted him to. So, you know, quick and easy so far to read. I'm not very far into it. Like, the tiny part is what I have read. And yeah, I think it'll be not necessarily an interesting read because I don't find Sophie Kinsella's book to be very interesting, but they're easy, fast-paced, and if you haven't read it in a bit and you like, I don't know, romantic drama with a lot of things that could have been worked out if they just actually talked to each other, you know, then this book might be for you. Because then again, I don't know, I haven't gotten very far. Where do I show you? There. I haven't gotten very far. But I mean, I've read several of her other books. Like, she has the Shopaholic series. Love that one. It's very entertaining and it's a very light read, so I just assume the rest of this is going to be like that. But quick update there after the first 2 chapters. So we'll see how I like it going forward. Holding my camera is not something I usually do. I have continued to read this book. I am almost halfway and struggling with filming this. I'm almost halfway. And it's mostly, you follow 2 sisters. Wow, I'm sorry for the, instability. You follow 2 sisters. Lotte, who broke up with her boyfriend because she thought he was gonna propose. He did not. She got pissed off, kind of, and freaked out and broke up with him. And then her sister, Fliss, that has her own way of handling her little sister. And I mean, Lotte making bad decisions, yes. Should she think more through her decisions before she makes them? Yes. Does that give the right to Fliss to try to control her sister's life and tell her how she thinks her sister should live her life? I'm gonna go with no. Fliss, however, thinks that she has the right to tell her sister how to live her life. It really rubs me the wrong way. So I think Lotte is way too impulsive. Because after breaking up with her boyfriend, she gets a phone call from an old flame from like 15 years or whatever ago. They had a summer fling. The sex was really good, and after meeting him one evening after having broken up with her boyfriend, he is also dealing with stuff, apparently. So he asks her to marry him, and she says yes, and 2 weeks later they're married and going on their honeymoon. And Fliss really wants to stop the honeymoon, the wedding. She was a little too late to stop the wedding, and she really wants to stop their wedding night, because if they do not consummate, it's not like legal or something. I'm not sure if I fully understood that one. But if Fliss can stop her sister's wedding night, she can keep her from making a huge mistake in her eyes. Though I think Fliss is, what's the term when you like project onto others how you would like yourself to have acted in the past? that is what Fliss is doing, because she is currently going through a divorce and think her sister getting married is the worst idea ever. So she really wants to stop her. So Fliss is getting on my nerves. I kind of want to say, let your sister make her own mistakes and realize her mistakes and, you know, have to fix them herself later instead of you trying to stop it. Because how is your sister ever gonna learn to, you know, not make mistakes? A lot of the time you have to learn by doing your mistakes, and you learn from the mistake and then you do better. So Lotte is quite impulsive at times, and she is indeed a bit frustrating. Her sister Fliss, oh, I kind of want to smack her on the head with a baseball bat so she doesn't get any stupid ideas. Unfortunately, that's too late. But as I said, I'm about halfway, and there's a lot of drama. I mean, it's Sophie Kinsella. It's about to be a lot of drama. But so far, I do like it, even though it's taken me a while to read the book. It's because I simply don't pick it up all that much. And that's got nothing to do with the book. More to do with the fact that I'm completely obsessed with my knitting. And there's no knitting in this book. There is alcohol, there is sex, there is frustration and drama, family drama, and, you know, people doing things or trying to do things they probably shouldn't. They will hopefully learn from their mistakes at some point, but for now, even though I'm reading it kind of slow, it is at the same time a fast read. It is entertaining, even though I don't really like Fliss. She thinks she knows best, and that kind of people sometimes rub me the wrong way. But I will continue reading, and I will check in at a later point in time, when I've either gotten a little further or when I'm done. I finished the book, and it's been a while since I last updated, because I haven't updated much, so I don't remember what I said in the last update. Sorry about that. But I finished the book, and it was kind of what I imagined. Easy, light, fluffy, fun. Also annoying at times, because characters in these types of books, this kind of book, they tend to make so many stupid decisions. And I'm not saying like that I don't make stupid decisions, because I do, but like some of the decisions here, and like some were just, I don't even know how to put it. The big sister, Fliss, boy, does she have her demons that she's kind of transferring to her little sister, so she needs to save her little sister. And, you know, as it says on the first page here, like in the cover, how do you stop your sister's wedding night when you know it won't be happy ever after? And the lengths she goes to stop her sister's wedding night. Wow, that's just beyond and not healthy for anyone involved, literally. Lotte, the wedded sister, or soon to be wedded sister, or wanting to be wedded sister, or, you know, the one with wedding on her mind, she's not very good at making decisions, or at least not split-second decisions, and the ramifications later were, you know, not the best either. I will say, and I finished the book, so hello, spoiler alert, I'm gonna reveal some stuff here. By the end of the book, I mean, there was really only one person, you know, except the kid. The kid was just hilarious and confusing and just adorable. Says the woman who's not that crazy about kids, but by the end, there was only really one person that I found to be like mostly okay. And that was a guy named Lorcan. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. But the rest of them? Fliss? Seriously, she needs to tidy up her own life before she tries to save her sister. Lotte needs to just learn how to think. And I'm not saying like being impulsive is a bad thing, but sometimes, I mean, yeah. And Ben, the dude from Lotte's past that shows up and tries to take her by storm and eventually realizes that he's mixing her up with a different girl. So that's a thing on its own. Like, all these people making... You just want to smack him in the head with a baseball bat. At least I know I did. And Richard, I think that was his name, the dude that did not propose to Lotte in the beginning of the book, in the end, he does something very nice and sweet because he does care. And, you know, that's nice. Oh, actually, I think maybe he is the best one out of them all. So that dude, definite, best. Lorcan, good second. The rest of them, yeah, nah, I wouldn't want any of them. They're a mess. It was a nice book though. It was an easy read, as I said. It was fun and entertaining, although annoying at times. But it did not actually, well, to a point. I mean, Fliss could have told her sister that she just didn't want her to marry. You know, honesty is sometimes a good thing. You might not like it, but it's the thing. More people should learn more about honesty and truth. But yeah, she probably would have gone through with it anyway, and that would not have been Fliss's problem. She just made it her problem. So yeah, a lot of stupid people, and still an enjoyable book. But now it's done. So in the beginning of the video, I showed you my bookshelf with unread books. So look back at that, tell me which book to read next, and I might listen. If you've read any of that, if you've seen any of my videos, you know I'm not always the best at listening. But maybe this time, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, that was my opinions about The Wedding Night by Sophie Kinsella, and you might get to pick my next book. I hope you enjoyed this little reading diary, whatever I'm not gonna call it. Not sure. I think I'm gonna call it the Reading Diaries and just have the title of the book, so I know which book it's about. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it interesting, entertaining, or just put it on in the background, let it play. I do that sometimes with the videos. I'm starting to ramble. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.